Happy New Year everyone, and welcome back to a new recipe, an amazing, homemade, perfect and special berry tart or berry pie. You'll need shortcrust pastry, that's the base of it, corn flour if you have, if no flour will do just fine, some vanilla essence, some lemon zest or lemon juice, sugar, and of course a bag of berries. So you can get the frozen berries, the granulated sugar, or if you don't want sugar, you can replace it with anything else like honey or any preferred alternative. Lemon juice or lemon zest, corn flour, or if you don't have corn flour, use the plain flour. Put the berries in a saucepan, add the sugar, don't add water. You'll see later on. Mix everything, add the vanilla. Add the lemon zest or the lemon juice. You'll see how they leave their own juice. You don't need to add on water on this one, especially when you're using frozen fruit. Then slightly we add on 2 heaped spoons of corn flour or plain flour. That's if you don't have. That will give a perfect texture. You'll see how it will thicken. It's gluey, it's combined all together, it stays, it's ready. It is perfect. It's a creamy texture. We can let it cool while we get ready our baking tray. For the baking base, we will need a short crust pastry. I use a tin baking tray. We grease it with a bit of butter. Sprinkle it with flour. Do it that way and your pie is not going to stick. It will bake even. Make sure that your base is a short crust pastry. Open the dough sheet. Sprinkle the flour. Don't go too hard. Just make it a bit more flexible. Just wide enough to fit the tray. Mostly in the middle. Work with the dough sideways. Keep the under-greased top. It will help you work easier. It will save you time because the dough is not going to break this way. You're not going to pinch on and off. Now, when your dough is set in the tray, you can remove the grease-proof paper. You see, it's very easy to use. We use the roller to remove the excess dough. It's not that hard. Tips that you're going to learn in this video are going to help you further on with your pies or tarts, with baking in general. We keep the remaining dough, we make it into a bowl, sprinkle with flour, we leave it on the side. We can use the remaining dough to make a cover top for our pie. You see, it's easy, it's flexible. Now we're ready to add on our mix, berry mix. Jelly and creamy and thick and it smells delicious. It's amazing. It's exquisite. You can see the way it looks. You'd want to eat it before you bake it. Make sure your top it's not too thick. Don't worry, it is not going to stick. Adding the flour or the corn flour will help your mix stay together without sticking to your dough. Make sure you close the margins tightly. Now if you have an egg, you can glaze the top. Give it a nice golden look. If you have, sprinkle some sugar, brown sugar, any kind of sugar, nuts, crushed nuts, whatever, almonds. It is looking perfect. Then you can play posh if you have time. A wee design on top will make it look just like in the movies. You know, all those baking shows. We place the pie in the oven at 180 up until it gets golden. It's about 20 to 30 minutes altogether. Remember to turn your pie or your tart halfway into cooking to ensure even and perfect baking. Our pie looks amazing. Crispy, golden, fluffy, perfectly baked. You can see our berries popping up, the crisp, the pie. The way I say it, just as seen on the TV. It really is, just like in the coffee shops. You can turn your kitchen into a Sunday coffee shop. Margins are tightly together. Look at the slice of it. It's amazing. It's a baking good style at your own home. If you have, that's the top tip, the cherry on the pie, we can make some custard. You will need 50 milliliters of milk. You can use a measuring cup for that. That's a handy kitchen tool. That's a tablespoon size there. In a wee bowl, we're going to put 2 tablespoons of custard. That will be enough for 500 milliliters of milk. We can add on a bit more sugar for a sweeter taste. Now we get 2 tablespoons again with our handy tool. We put it into the custard bowl, maybe 2.5, just in case. Now we whisk the mix until well combined. We put the rest of the milk in a saucepan, bring it to boil at medium heat. Now when the milk starts popping, we add on our custard mix. Make sure you whisk constantly. Don't let it burn on the bottom. Now you can put your custard to cool in a saucer. It's amazing again. Words don't do it justice. It's perfect. What a posh berries pie with creamy custard, loved by all family. Coffee shop style serving right at your house. Amazing berries tart or berries pie. Remember to enjoy.